Yes, that's right. It's Joe here for Joyrider TV. And yes, that's right. Disaster has struck. Behind me, this is the trailer of Bad Boy 94, the tornado. On top, we have the mast, which is now in two pieces. Here is an accurate representation of how it happened.
Pulling out of quite a tight bit of parking to come this way along this road. As we turned, we were trying very carefully not to hit the car parked next door. And as we're turning, the mast, as we can see, goes quite a long way forwards, which can be overlooked, and on this occasion it certainly was. And the mast went into the trees there, and the driver, that was me, I didn't know that was happening, so I continued
and snapped in half. It's now been almost a week, so the pain has subsided a little bit, so I feel ready to take this to the next stage. And I found a place where the mast is going to be repaired. Just put that on the screen here. And I've stripped the mast, ready for the repair. Oh my word, yeah, pretty bad. Now, one of the reasons I was moving it, as well as to move it, was because you can see this coating that I'd applied, I think it was about 5 years ago, in the video about recoating the mast, had started to flake off, so it needed redoing. Now, because sending it away is going to take a bit of time for the repair, I've asked the guys if they're able to do the recoating of the mast, and just for a little bonus point, to do it in a colour, because the tornado class rules have just changed to allow your carbon mast to be painted in a colour. Now, why not keep the carbon? Because when it's freshly done, it does look absolutely amazing. Well, because this has clearly not lasted very well, and I don't want to have to get it done or do it again in a couple of years. Okay, yes, so the mast is now packed into two boxes. One is just over 5 meters long, the other is just under 5 meters long. So now just waiting for a truck to take these bad boys across the country to where they're going to be repaired. So yes, it's the 1st of June, and Costas at KP Marine Construction has received the mast, and by the 3rd of June he had already made some good progress, taking moulds from the mast, trimming off the gnarly ends, and he's made an insert much like on a windsurfing mast. So we started off with the two pieces of mast. The ends were cut off, making them nice and smooth. And then the insert was made, insert in, not to scale. The other piece of the mast into the insert, but because we trimmed those ends off, there had to be a gap in the middle to make the mast the same length afterwards. And then the job was finished with some very delicately wrapped carbon fibre on the outside. There we go, very strong, as good as new. And then was the next part of the process, the recoating. And there she is, ready to go back onto the boat. Yes, yesterday I took the long drive to Thessaloniki in the northeast of Greece, which happens to be where the World Championships are being hosted in a week and a bit, and picked up my newly put back together and recoated mast. So this is the piece that was repaired. You can see a small difference in the mast track. She just gets a little bit wider there. Yeah, you can just see it, but that's not going to cause us any problem. And the mast is ever so slightly wider just here, but that's from the reinforcement that was necessary to make it strong.